Hello and welcome back to the Brighton Career Mode here on FC24. We are getting into episode 8 of season 5 now here. And as you can see, we are 21 games into the Premier League season as of right now. Currently sitting in 4th place with Brighton, only a few points off of 1st place. But hanging on to our top 4 hopes just barely as of right now, over halfway through the season. In the last episode, we did play a couple games in the Premier League and a couple games in the FA Cup. We did get through the 4th round of the FA Cup, getting a win over Coventry City, as you can see there. Also winning in the 3rd round over, I believe it was Watford. Yes, Watford. We beat them 2-1. And then in the Premier League, a couple of 0-0 draws against Arsenal and against Chelsea last month. So things didn't go too well for us in the Premier League, but of course we only had 2 games, so didn't have a lot of time to get other points. But this episode and this next month of February, we will be having plenty of Premier League games as well as our first game in the Champions League knockout rounds in the history of Brighton Hove Albion. So that's very exciting that we will be getting to that later on in the episode. So first things first, we got a game up against Aston Villa here on the 2nd of February. Let's go ahead and get into this game. Let's try to get 3 points. Last episode obviously was the January transfer window, which we didn't end up making any really big moves. We didn't bring anybody in, at least. We did bring back a couple players off of their loan moves, but probably won't end up making too much of a difference on this team. Leonardo da Costa and Adam West, I mean, they're both going to be behind Kudus, and we ended up getting Leonardo da Costa back out on loan, but Adam West is still going to stay with the club for the rest of the season, be our backup right winger, and hopefully he'll get some game time and hopefully continue to improve. He's 20 years old, and I believe he's already up to 77 or 78 overall, which is exciting to see. Leonardo da Costa, I was hoping his loan spell at Leeds was going to go a little bit better than it did, but unfortunately, it did not, but nonetheless, none of that matters now. We are playing Aston Villa here in the Premier League. Aston Villa pushing forward nicely here, almost giving up a penalty there. Very dangerous sliding challenge by Diamande. But Verbruggen does make the save on that shot. They're going to take this corner short here to Tielemans. Bailey inside to Kanate. Kanate over here to João Cancelo. They've got a very, very good squad, Aston Villa, as we knock this one away. But hopefully not quite as good as us. Oh, Garnacho through to Almada. Almada, unfortunately, just barely offsides. 8 minutes gone. João Felix out here to Kudus. Kudus, big shot inside. Can he get a shot around the defender? He can. Cardozo, though, with the save. Nothing doing on the corner, but Diamande ends up with it. We've got Kudus. We've got João Felix in the middle of the box. That one will be deflected away again for another corner here. We're going to go ahead and swing this one in with Kudus. And we're going to be looking for Diamande back here. Diamande gets his head to it. Another corner. Uh-oh. Christian Pulisic takes the ball off of Ndicka, and he's through on goal, and Verbruggen runs right past him. Doesn't even try to get in front of the ball. Not even a little bit. I mean, ultimately, that goal is going to be on Ndicka, but what is that? What is that slide right there? I mean, he's just not even in front of the ball at all. Christian Pulisic, Aston Villa must have brought him in at some point in either this season or last season maybe, and they take a 1-0 lead early on in this game. Oh my goodness, Getson Fernandez through here to João Felix. Oh, that's a heavy touch. That is unfortunate. Not sure why we did that. Kirkaz with an excellent pass down here to Garnacho. He's going to try to get in front of his man, gets a shot away, and finds a way to get that one past the keeper from a very difficult angle. And 31 minutes gone, we take a not 1-0 lead. I forgot they scored a goal already. We leveled the game at 1, but what a finish here by Garnacho. Not a very easy finish there, but we'll gladly take it. And Garnacho sending a ball down here to Kirkaz. I see Kudus running towards that back post. Not sure if he'd have been able to control that one. Good hands from the keeper. Ollie Watkins with the ball pushing forward here, trying to get an attack with Getson Fernandez. We are unsuccessful. But Leon Bailey will run that one right into Moretti. And we're just going to try to clear that one away. What a terrible clearance from Verbruggen. And they lay it right off to Ollie Watkins to take a 2-1 lead. Not sure what that clearance was from Verbruggen. I thought I put enough power to get it down the field. And clearly did not. And that is an easy finish there for Ollie Watkins. Oh yeah, Kudus through to João Felix. Easy finish for João Felix. We get one back immediately. 2-2 already in this game, right here before halftime. Leon Bailey on the edge of the box. I know he's looking for a pass over here. We might have outran our opponent there real quick, but Ndicka does get a tackle in. Very, very good defense there by Ndicka. And very, very good offense here by us. Garnacho has to score that one. What a pass from João Felix down to Garnacho. And then quite the finish from Garnacho as well. Under a lot of pressure. This game is already 3-2 very early on. Not a lot of goals scored in the last episode, and starting off this episode very, very hot. Only a little over 10 minutes left in this game now. We have possession of the ball here. Garnacho is going to wait for Getson Fernandez to make a run. Passes it to him nicely. We're going to look back inside for Garnacho. See a run here from Kudus. Kudus to Moretti. Moretti with a shot. Saved by Cardozo. 80 minutes gone. Still holding on to our 1-goal lead as of right now. Can't really make too many subs either because all of our players from the last game are tired. So not a lot doing there, and not a lot doing from that corner. Watkins with the ball. Over here to Jonathan David. To Diaby. Back to Jonathan David. Who goes for a cross. Pulisic over here. Sasha Bowie goes for a tackle. Tielemans shot right at the goal. We can't get it away. Oh, Verbruggen has to get up there. I know he ran into the post, but man, I was trying to skip to the replay of the goal there, but all right, we got to push forward now. Find João Felix. Oh, I don't know where to go just yet. We're going to look out here for Kirkes. Look back inside. Not an angle to pass it into. Jonathan David. Really don't want them to concede or to counter right here. But it looks like they're going to have time to. Diaby going to go in for a sliding challenge with Ndicka and get the ball. And the referee will blow his whistle. And a 3-3 draw here in a game where we really didn't need a draw. We've been dropping points lately like crazy. Only 3 points out of our last 9 points available. So things aren't looking great. And somehow we are still in 4th place after that game. Level on points with Man United above us and Arsenal below us. Obviously, goal difference separates us and Man United. And of course, we beat Arsenal in our games this year. So we are above them as of right now. Having a very, very similar season to Manchester United in terms of goals scored and allowed and everything like that. So that's very interesting to see. But of course, our next game is up here against Manchester City. And we are going to have some tired legs for this game. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens here. And I think our game plan for this game has to be to just keep the ball away from them as much as possible, which is obviously easier said than done. But if we can do that, then we will be in good shape. We find Kirkes over here, who's actually going to look inside for João Felix, finds him well, but Ruben Diaz gets back. Good tackle here by Garnacho. Kudus through. Decided to go for an early shot. Not on target at all, though. 10 minutes gone, still 0-0. João Felix over the top here to Sasha Bowie. We're going to look inside now for Almada. We should have a run from Kudus. Kudus over here to João Felix. Going to take a first-time shot right at Ederson and saved. Out for a corner. 15 minutes gone. No, gone now. We will swing this one in with Kudus. Diamande almost got to it. Almada with it over here to Getson Fernandez. Getson Fernandez down to Garnacho. We have some room. Gonna go for a shot. Ederson with the save. What a save from the Brazilian goalie. Ooh, Getson Fernandez taken out on the edge of the box by Kevin De Bruyne. Not sure what that was all about. And is he going to get a yellow card here? Looks like he's going to. And it's not a red, luckily for him, but it is at least a yellow. And now Manchester City pushing forward right back at us, but Kirkes does well to get to that one. Can he get it away? Oh, he can, but Moretti caught in possession. Bakayoko with a shot, and Ndicka with the deflection. Still 0-0 here, right before the end of first half. Nothing really to show too much in the first half, just nothing really going for either team. Kudus has that one away. Ruben Diaz with the header of a lifetime, and it bounces back to Haaland, and they get a goal. The hell is going on in that sequence? I mean, what a header from Ruben Diaz, and then I just don't know. I don't know if that really should be a goal or not. I mean, there's no way he got his head around that ball just like that to get it in the middle of the net, but it is what it is. Erling Haaland scores against a 16th goal of the season for him. And they have a free kick on the edge of the box here. Erling Haaland going to be the one to step up to take it. Very interesting choice there. Or Kevin De Bruyne potentially. Haaland is the one, and Ndicka clears it off the line. What an insane save there by Ndicka. João Felix going to have it now out to Garnacho. We're going to try to break forward here. Oh, great passing here from Manchester City. Mateus Nunes pushing forward here. Waiting for someone to get in front of him. No one does. Gets a shot away, but it is deflected away. Oh, what a pass from Holland through to De Bruyne. What a save from Verbruggen. We really needed that one. 67 minutes gone here. We're going to get a 4-man sub in just before this corner. All of our players are absolutely dead tired, but we can't take all of them off, unfortunately, and we don't really want to either. João Pedro's going to clear that one away, at least a little bit. And that shot's going to go wide of the post. And what a pass from Rodri through to Foden. Over here to Perone. Saved by Verbruggen. That is hard to say, by Verbruggen. I always mess that up. But anyways, corner here for City. 75 minutes gone. I mean, we need to try to get on a break. We need to try to get on a counterattack. Anything here, because so far we have done absolutely nothing. We're already trying to fake shot his way out of that. Ruben Diaz pushing forward and finds a pass to Pedri for the second of the game for Manchester City, and we are in such a bad run of form right now in the Premier League. You know, Gittins pushing forward nicely here. What is that? João Pedro just got knocked to the ground, and he could have been through. Referee. We need something on our side. Kirkes can't get that tackle in, and now they're away. You know, Gittins is able to find João Pedro here. João Pedro has at least more stamina than the players trailing him. Gonna go for an early shot here. Why was that shot so bad? And why can João Pedro not stay on his feet? Erling Haaland just shields and dick off the ball, then decides to not continue moving forward. There's something wrong with Erling Haaland. I mean, 94 overall, you would expect him to be as powerful as he can possibly be and want to go for every shot. And he just hasn't done that. He's going to end up with the ball here, though, and nothing you can do about that. 3-0 here for Manchester City right before the end of the game. And the referee will blow his whistle, and we get absolutely battered at home here against Manchester City. Not exactly too much of a surprise, but not what we want to see. And that loss, of course, hurts us in multiple ways, especially with our goal difference. It was 15, now it's only 12, and Newcastle have jumped both us and Arsenal to end up in 4th place. So now we are 8 points off of 1st place, and we were only 3 at the start of this video, so not what you like to see there. We're going to go ahead and simulate to our next game, which is an away game against Fulham. But then, of course, 3 days after that, we have our first game in the knockout rounds of the Champions League against AC Milan. So we don't really want to make any mistakes with our players and get them too tired. We see a very nice youth scout report back here with that player. He looked very good. This one also looks decent, but low valuation. And none of the rest of them looked great either, so we're going to go ahead and leave him for another month to scout him further. And we've got a more scout report back here from the US. This kid is okay, but, I mean, he's just not worth enough for me to want to go after him. We've got a lot of players in our youth academy, so there's really no need to bring in anybody unless they are supposed to be or going to be very, very good. So we'll continue to reject players until we find that diamond in the rough. Our next opponents, Fulham, are currently sitting down in 17th place. Only 18 points accumulated throughout this season. Only 3 wins so far in 23 games. Tough look for them. But, of course, we have had a terrible run of form in the last 4 or 5 games or so. So they have an opportunity to get some points here against us. This is going to be their lineup for our game. Not familiar with many of these players. Of course, Locatelli, a very, very solid Italian player. Then the rest of them, not too familiar with them. With our lineup, we are going to have to play some rotated players for sure. I mean, obviously, our lineup still looks very good. Like I said, that Champions League game in a few days, we really have to worry about that over this game. But we still want to get a win, so hopefully we can get that done. Garnacho running inside, finding a pass to Cherki out here, who's going to be able to lift that one up to João Felix, who knocks that one down to himself and gathers it very well. 3 minutes into this game, already a 1-0 lead. This is what we love to see. We just need to not let them score in this game, and I think we'll be okay. Rain Cherki with the ball over the top to Garnacho. Almost a handball there. I was hoping the referee wouldn't call it. And then a bad pass. And they could be on a break here. Eiling Jr. now pushing forward. Holland now inside to De La Vega, who looks like a very dangerous player. I've never heard of him before. I think he's a regen. He is eventually tackled by Barco, though, and we could be on a break. And Cherki will find a pass down here to Garnacho. Garnacho inside to João Felix. Gonna have to turn this one around, but Andy Diouf, should have finished that. Good pushing forward here. Cherki needs to just get this to Garnacho, who will eventually turn inside, go for a shot, and it will be saved yet again. Bowie waits for a run from Bino Gittins. We're going to look inside immediately for Cherky, who finds João Felix, who can't finish that. Another save by this keeper. De La Vega inside to Senko. Senko's shot right at the keeper. Verbruggen needs to clear this one away. Eventually does. We're not going to end up with it, but it does look like there will be a handball, so it will be ours. Senko with the ball out here inside to Holland. Igor's going to get a tackle in, but the ball doesn't go anywhere. And then he gets a shot away. Verbruggen with the save. And this corner will be swung in a dangerous area. De La Vega. Wow. Verbruggen comes out and gets it away. But they push forward and get another shot on goal. Verbruggen having to do a lot of work here in this first half. And Cherky will have Garnacho on a run. Great pass. Perfect placement. And what was that? Andy Diop inside to João Felix over the top. Bino Gittins going to take this first time. And Bino Gittins with a world-class finish. Not exactly the greatest pass from João Felix, but not the worst either. Set Bino Gittins up in a decent spot, at least without any, defense right on him. And then what a finish that is. Off the volley. Off the half volley, I guess. I couldn't really tell if it hit the ground or not first, but wow. What a goal that is. Wow. Diamande somehow ends up with that. Looking for a pass through to Almada. That would have been insane. We're going to keep the pressure on, though. Bino Gittins going to end up with this one. And can he find a finish? Boy, can he. 3-0 win here against Fulham. Basically, almost the same kind of game it was for Manchester City against us in the last game. But what a finish from Bino Gittins, and what a game Bino Gittins has. I mean, he is such a good player. Even though he is a backup for us, he has been a great player for us throughout this entire career mode. And that's a great finish. Maybe not as good as this first one, though. Wow, what a pass from Dominic Calvert-Lewin into Lukic. Thought we were going to concede right there at the last second. That would have been absolutely terrible for Igor. I guess not for Igor, for Verbruggen. We could still concede, but luckily Verbruggen does collect that one. And we do end up with a 3-0 finish in this game. And now we can move on to the most important game of the episode, an AC Milan matchup in the round of 16 in the Champions League. This is actually going to be the final played game of the episode. I think what we're going to do moving forward is play like 4 games and put that into the episode, because it's hard for me personally with, a real job and everything like that to play 5 games, edit all of it, maybe play 6 games in some of them. So I think what I'm going to start doing is playing like 4 games and try to get more episodes out more frequently, because as you guys may have noticed, it's kind of hard to get episodes out every day or every other day. So what we're going to do is we're going to play this AC Milan game. We're going to finish this episode off with a sim in the Wolves game. I know you guys don't like it when I sim Premier League games, but unfortunately, it's just come to that point where I kind of have to. And I think we're going to do that moving forward. We're going to try to simulate 1, potentially maybe 2 games every episode if we need to. So if you're not happy about that, I apologize, but that's just going to have to be kind of how it is. But nonetheless, let's get into this game against AC Milan. And AC Milan's lineup is absolutely terrifying. Obviously, Rafael Leao. They have Rodrigo, which you guys saw they've spent over 200 million on him. They have Kone, Benacer, even Conor Gallagher in midfield. I mean, he's a very solid player. Theo Hernandez, Botman, Militao, Teze, and Magnan still in the goals post, in between the goalposts for them. So very, very terrifying team to play here. But of course, our best lineup is definitely good enough to win. So let's see if they can pull it off. It is at least a home game for this first leg, so we can really prove just how good we are with a win here today. But great passing from them so far. Even better tackling from us. What a tackle that is. What a challenge that is. Now they end up with it. What is going on? Oh, this passing is just absolutely terrifying. Gonzalo Ramos with it. Was he offsides? He was not offsides, and they take a 1-0 lead early on, and we may be in way over our head. Kudus with it, pushing forward. Gonna have to just continue going inside. Does he have room to shoot? He does. Takes a good shot. Magnan with a good save. I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of good saves from him today. Of course, that's if we even can move forward far enough on the field. Nothing doing on the corner here. Kudus just gets absolutely tackled by Teze. Something of important note just happened. Rafael Leao did have to come off due to injury. That is very interesting. Didn't see where he got injured, but we're okay with it. Gets to Fernandez to João Felix. João Felix to Kudus. Kudus has to finish this. That shot is right at the keeper. And the second shot is also right at the keeper. Not really sure why he shot it directly at him. Good pass inside from Rodrigo to Gonzalo Ramos, who gets around Diamande there. Very, very good save by Verbruggen. We really needed that. Still down, of course, 1-0 in this game. Oh, that could have been very, very bad. We get it away. Through pass. Oh, Indica gets in the way of that one. AC Milan, I mean, they are so good. Like I said, it's actually crazy. What is that? Chukwueze, shot right at Verbruggen. Luckily for us, their shooting hasn't been great yet. They have the one goal, obviously, but our defense has been really bad. Benacer with the ball. What is that move? Pass inside to Gonzalo Ramos, shot at Indica. They are absolutely dominating us. We did not take the one shot we needed to take, which was obviously Kudus. And Diamande is going to clear that one away. And here at halftime, you can tell that they are definitely dominating. They should have at least 2 goals. We should still have 1, but the possession is definitely favoring them. So we've got to find a way to control the ball better here in the second half. Don't know where to go. Moretti down here to Garnacho. Garnacho wasn't offsides. Going to go for a shot right at the keeper again. Garnacho out here again. Almada. Going to look for a cross. Botman able to deal with it and get it out. 60 minutes gone. We should maybe make some changes, but we're not going to just yet. We're going to make this corner count, hopefully. Gets Fernandez. Can't get to that one over Botman. Free kick here for AC Milan. They're going to be swinging this one in. Rodrigo sending it in, but Diamande deals with it well enough to get it back to Verbruggen. That's just what you got to do sometimes. Sasha Bowie with an excellent interception there. Or tackle, I guess. Inside to Kudus. Kudus, I mean, he just has more pace than Botman. What is Botman even thinking there? And that's going to be a goal. We are very lucky that Botman was the one that was out there on that left side, or right side for us, I guess. And Kudus just outpaces the entire defense and is able to find the back of the net for our first goal of the game. We level it at 1 here. And we will make some changes now because, like I said, a lot of players very tired. We're going to be taking off a lot of key players, unfortunately, but we're going to have to rely on the backups in some of these games and hope that they can perform as well as the starting 11. Rodrigo now with it. Pushing down on this wing. Finds a pass inside to Ramos. Ramos shoots it right at Verbruggen. Diamande clears. And Sasha Bowie sends a ball down here to Cherki. Very good ball. Cherki pushing forward. Doesn't have a lot of help just yet. We're going to look inside. Not who I was looking for. Why was that pass so hard? Oh, ref. Going to get a card there for Benacer, hopefully, at least. And they're going to make a change as well. We were pretty much through there. If Getson Fernandez could have got around his defender there. Cherki now with the ball. Inside to João Pedro, who does have Bino Gittins. Not much to do besides go for a shot. Mignon makes the save. João Pedro now with it. Kirkez gonna lob this one up to Bino Gittins, who goes for a header well wide of the post. Keeper doesn't even have to move for it. 88 minutes gone, still 1-1, so, you know, if we hold on for a draw here, I definitely won't be mad at it. We can't concede now. Get back, boys. They send a ball over the top to Gonzalo Ramos. He looks inside. Arda Güler to Chukwueze, looking for a pass through. Indica is able to get onto the end of it. We were sending João Pedro through. And if the referee would have just given us a second, we would have been through on goal, probably home free, but he does not. And this game will end in a draw. And it looks like Rafael Leao picked up a broken toe injury for AC Milan. So it's nice to see it happens to other teams, I guess. But unfortunately, he will not be in our next leg or the final leg of this fixture, which is, you know, good for us, but unfortunate for them. And then, of course, now just 2 days later, we have this game against Wolves. This is going to be the final game of the episode, but like I said, we are going to be simulating it. Luckily for us, this opponent, of course, Wolverhampton Wanderers, is down in 17th place, only on 18 points, level with Fulham, who we just beat earlier in the Premier League in this episode as well. So we're going to go ahead and get into this game. We do have a rotated lineup that we're going to be putting in, but this is going to be Wolves lineup in this game against us, you know, decent players, but Definitely a team that we should still be beating, even if we are playing a few backup players. As you can see, we got João Pedro up top. We got Bino Gittins, Diouf, Stanley Wilson in the back, and then we've even got Mercier in goal just to get him some game time as well. So still got a very, very solid lineup. We're going to hit just a regular sim match on this one, and we'll kind of talk through it if there are any big moments happening. And I'm actually going to go ahead and just sim to the end because, as you can see, both teams are red for some reason. Not sure why that is. So yeah, we're just going to jump to the result. 3-1 win for Brighton Hove Albion. Kudus with a hat trick, 27th minute, 67th minute, and 81st minute. And we do give up a goal, Wang Hee-chan, at the final minute. They had 70% possession. So they dominated us in one area, but we clearly dominated the game overall. Absolutely fantastic result that is for the boys, and we are now back up into 4th place. A win over Fulham and a win over Wolves there. Sends us back into 4th, but of course we have played an extra game over a few opponents around us. So we'll see how it goes in the next episode. Manchester City up on top now. So that's going to do it for today. We will have the West Ham game in the next episode, and as well as Chelsea. We'll play that one for sure. Between Leeds and Nottingham Forest, I can't really decide who I'm going to play. I might sim both those games and play the AC Milan game and play the Newcastle game. That way we can get through all of those games in the next episode. And then, of course, to leave off today, I will show you guys the squad stats just to show you how well it's going. Kudus, João Felix. I mean, nothing more you can say. Bino Gittins has been surprising this year. Very, very solid player, like I said, all of the time for us. But I will quickly go ahead and scroll through. Chao Miranda, 79 overall. And Sean Giles, a player that we sent out on loan and brought up from the youth academy earlier this year, is already up to a 75 overall. +8 since we sent him out on loan. So that is very, very lovely to see there. But that's where we're going to leave it off. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please be sure to hit the like button, and please be sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And I will catch you guys next time. Peace.